I made a part 1 and a part 2 on this. I've given more than enough proof on the situation, and a lot of people still choose to defend RiceFarmer and say he doesn't cheat. This is part 3, the final part to my little feud with RiceFarmer. Rice recently made a video titled Undeniable Proof I Cheat, somewhat poking at the video I made, Undeniable Proof that RiceFarmer11 cheats. As I've always said, you're welcome to believe who you want. My job is just to provide you guys with the evidence. You're open to form your own opinions. Rice made some claims in his video that the reason he was able to get such hits was down to lag and having YouTube rank, which exempts him from the anti-cheat for those of you who don't know. But in this video, myself and Pezzy obtained some footage from the Steve, a Bedwars YouTuber with YouTube rank on Hypixel. Alongside this, I have some guaranteed proof that he was cheating in his most recent video and the video on Hypixel. Rice has been manipulating and lying to his fans over the years and even hiding his past. Let's take a look at all the proof. Rice's main point of view for his new video is that he has to be legit because he loads up the game in front of you and we don't see him loading any cheats. A lot of you may believe this is the case, but Rice very well could have spliced his gameplay. This is mainly used by speedrunners to fake speedruns. It's basically an extremely small edit that isn't noticeable. An example of an area he could have done it is when he full screened his game. He could have loaded up cheats in this time, had a client that opens whenever you full screen your game, or use server-side hitboxes, which is essentially a plugin that expands player hitboxes, but no client is required by the user since it's all server-side. At a later stage, I'm gonna analyze this video a little bit more and show you guys some information I've obtained from the owner of the server. To start with, adding on to my evidence from the previous 2 videos, myself and Pezzy copied the exact loadout of Rice and the person Rice is fighting. We then tested if regularity would register. Before I get into this part, we'll explain his video, proving he's legit, and explain how regularity 3 works. For the non-pit players, Rice claims that the enchant regularity 3 is enabling him to get the out of hitbox hits that he was achieving. Regularity 3 is essentially an enchant that gives you a chance to get 2 hits out of 1 sword swing, if that makes sense. It looks a little bit like this.
Oh yeah. It is a double hit. I'm clicking once. Wait, stop moving. I'm clicking once.
Regularity only happens after a hit, and if you look at his video, you can blatantly see Rice gets a first hit from outside the hitbox. You might think that his sword animation is delayed because he is using Clumsy, software that allows you to spoof your ping, but this is not true. I've used Clumsy before and you can test it yourself. No matter what ping you have, the hit will always go in on your screen. You can see that in his mouse cam, he doesn't swing his sword until he is way out of the hitbox. He could say that his mouse cam is delayed, but you can see throughout the video, whenever he clicks, that is not delayed. Every time Rice clicked his mouse, his sword swung instantly. On top of this, myself and Pezzy did some research and we reached out to the owner of the server Pitsim, the server that Rice played on in his recent video, and you wouldn't believe what he told us. While we couldn't obtain the exact messages, the owner was able to tell us that the anti-cheat for the server was turned off a while ago by his co-owner, without his knowledge, might I add. Meaning, when Rice recorded his clip, there was no anti-cheat active. The owner still doesn't know why this happened, and it's extremely strange. This definitely could link back to the possibility of Rice being responsible. The owner himself looked at Rice's clips and also told us that the server has no cheat server side for Rice. As well as this, he added that these hits are not legit and the hits Rice was getting were not due to regularity 3. Moving briefly onto another one of RiceFarmer's first claims. It was that he was able to get hits he was able to due to YouTube rank, as I said earlier. To prove this wrong, we tried to replicate his clips with the Steve, a Hypixel Bedwars YouTuber who has YouTube rank. We've gotten numerous comments from YouTubers and other people who play the pit saying that there's no way Rice's hits are legit. One of the best PvPers currently, Hurtin, who you may have heard of, said the following: "I've had YouTube rank for a while, no way those hits are legit." Regardless, let's take a look at what happened when the Steve tried to replicate the clip.
I'm wearing the same thing. Wait, what? I already have this. I can't do the stuff he was doing.
If you look at the Steve's perspective, the double hits will look nothing like Rice's. The double hits happen almost instantly and not a second or 2 later. The Steve also has 130 ping, which if anything should give more of a delayed hit, as Rice says. Going back to my main point here, do you remember what the regularity enchant does? It adds a second hit in a combo-like form. If we revisit the infamous clip, let's analyze this one more time with the new information we have. So I'm going to play this once first at normal speed. And now this is at 0.1 speed. So if I play it through, as you can see, Rice gets the first hit right here, which is a completely normal hit. There. Then if we keep playing it through, Rice swings a second time, which is right here. So if I keep playing it, bang, he swings. This could be regularity, so we'll say that was the enchant happening. That was second damage. It's very, very suspicious, but just to clear it completely, we'll give him it. We'll say it was the regularity enchant. But if you keep playing it here, so the regularity can only happen once. There we go. It just happened after Rice hit him. As you can see, Rice's crosshair is white, white. It goes red for a split second here where he's actually on the player, but he doesn't swing yet. So he keeps going, keeps going. His crosshair is now here. The player is on the left-hand side. Rice's crosshair is here. He did not swing at all just yet. He then swings right here while his crosshair is still off of the opponent. The regularity has already happened. The enchant is already gone. And this is another hit that's registered where Rice is not looking at the opponent. The player's already moved out the way. The player's hitbox is here. Rice's crosshair is here. And as we know, we already cleared the previous hit for being the enchant, so the enchant can't happen again. This is an out of hitbox hit right here. Regularity only registers whenever you do less than 3 damage, 1.5 hearts. We recorded both points of view. We checked Pit Panda and we DM'd Python, the original person that Rice was fighting in his original clip, for his stuff and Rice's stuff. We got one of the best Pit players break the bed to help us to get the exact same sword and armor Python and Rice were using and replicated it. Rice also had a pack that showed sword enchants, so that helped a lot. Let's take a look at what happens. As you can see, no out of hitbox hits were given to either player. The double hit also doesn't ever occur. The item will not proc, which basically means doesn't have a chance to double hit, if the damage is above 3. When we tested it, the player did 3.5 damage every hit, which makes the enchant completely irrelevant. Rice was originally claiming that the 3 reasons he was able to get those hits were the following: YouTube rank, lag, and the regularity enchant. In his latest video, he abandoned both the YouTube rank and lag claim and stuck to regularity. But from my research, as I said earlier, regularity will never happen when you do more than 3 damage. We also found out the lag and YouTube rank won't do things like this. This is blatant proof that Rice has cheated, lied to his fans, manipulated his fans, nuked Discord servers, and had a history of serious threats. I've had many people come forward to me over the last weeks, some of which have chose to remain private, but who have joined my Discord server and sent me messages telling me about the past that they've had with RiceFarmer, and I can't tell you guys a single positive thing. I do still believe RiceFarmer11 cheats, and he uses hitboxes in his latest video to try and demonstrate how he's legit and convince people to believe him. His manipulative attempts have gone far enough, and I don't think this topic needs another video. This topic wouldn't be that big of a deal if he just admitted to cheating, but instead he decided to get his fans to attack the admin team that banned him and clowned on the entire staff team. And one more thing, Rice, come clean with your hundreds of thousands of subs instead of going deeper into this maze of lies. As I've always said, it's up to you guys to form your own opinion, but this is the final part I'll be making on Rice.